corrupt. Now, we're not saying that a human being, Jew or otherwise, needs to be perfect. We're not saying that. En tzaddik shelo yichta. We even have a verse. Chachamim say, Shlomo HaMelech teaches us, there's no such thing as a righteous person who doesn't sin. Everybody sins. Everybody makes mistakes. The difference is, one is a mistake, one is intentional. When it's a mistake, that means you're a human being. Chazaku Baruch. Welcome to the club. There's 8 billion more of you. If you're a Jew, even better. You're 15 million. You're part of 15 million. You're part of 1% of 1%. That makes you human. You made a mistake. No problem makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I make mistakes on the way here. I'm going to make mistakes on the way back. I make plenty of mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. The problem is if it's on purpose. The problem is if it's carelessness on purpose. The problem is if somebody just says, you know what? I don't know, but I don't really care to know. Then it's on purpose. And unfortunately, sometimes the Torah tells us certain things that disagree with our rational state of mind, disagree with what makes sense to us. And we don't care enough to find out if it's true or not, if we misunderstood or not, if we're wrong or not, and we just go with our gut. And unfortunately, I find this very common in today's religious world, that many religious people are making this mistake, this fundamental mistake, where they have some type of understanding of the Torah that's wrong. And when you tell them the truth, instead of saying, you know what, I'm going to double check. I'm going to double check what you said. In the book that you said it says it. And then go from there. Based on if it says it in the book. If it says it in the Torah, then there's no argument. Why? If it says it in the Torah, God said it. Who am I to argue with God? Go try arm wrestling God. Go. Have a good time. Go try arguing, debating God. When he debates you, by the way, you're not in this world. He has to bring you over there. And you can't come back. It's a one-way trip. Go argue with God. Who's arguing with God? Once it says it in the book, we're finished. Instead of saying, I'm going to check what it says in the book and double check and then act accordingly, many times we attack the messenger. We say, no, he speaks in a certain way that's very demeaning. No, he speaks it with a scary voice. No, he's only a Baal Tshuva. No, he's only 5'9". No, look at him, he's overweight. No, look at his beard, it's not even white. Everything they can come up with under the sun, they're going to create just to discredit the messenger. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of course, knows everything and already knew how to deal with such people. And the Torah says in Parashat Balak, Vayiftach Hashem et pi ha'aton. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, and I opened the mouth of the donkey. Whose donkey? Bilam's donkey. And what did happen after he opened his mouth? What, he started eating? No, he was eating already before. That's why he survived. What does it mean he opened his mouth? Opened his mouth meaning the donkey started talking. The donkey started talking and started rebuking Bilam. And we learn Musa, we learn ethics, we learn the truth from a donkey in the Torah. Meaning, whether the message comes from a Baal Tshuva, religious from birth, old, young, male, female, donkey, human, Hashem says it's irrelevant. The only thing that matters is whether it's true or not. Now, how do we know if it's true or not? Now, anyone that wants to build something, they want to make sure that it's not like my little kids. My little kids, they play with Play-Doh. They play with Play-Doh. They have fun playing Play-Doh. When they build something, they don't really care how big or small it is. Little Sarah takes the Play-Doh, it's green. Okay, I'm going to put some pink on it. Oh, I'll put some black on it. She just wings it. She just wings it and puts whatever. But if you're going to build something that the rest of the world's going to use, you have to take a little more care into it than Sarah does. Why? Because she's 4. You have to do something a little more care. So what do? You have to make sure you have the right measure. You have the right measure. How many screws you're going to use, how big it's going to be, what's the diameter, what's going to be the circumference, what is it measured against, and so on and so forth. Which means that you're going to need to know whether it's straight or not, and whether you're straight or not, whether your actual structure has some good foundation or not. Now, what does that mean? That means that you have to measure it against something. You have to measure whatever you're building against something that's already dependable, already stable, already reliable, already indisputable. So you're going to take a ruler that you bought for 99 cents at CVS and said, this is the ruler. Even though it's only 99 cents, it's based on a metric system or a feet system, whatever it is, but I know it's straight. And I'm going to measure this rocket based on this ruler that I bought for 99 cents. Why? Because it doesn't matter how much it cost. It doesn't matter that the ruler is 99 cents. I know that the ruler is straight. And I'm going to measure my equipment based on this ruler because it's straight.
Stop wasting